Good morning, Bapak Ibu, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming in our presentation. So today I have, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Widya Mitra, and that is my co-author, Mr. Kapri Anas. So today we are going to present our finding in our research regarding with the impact of corporate social responsibility on company performance before and during COVID-19 crisis. The study is focused on the several listed companies in Indonesia. Hopefully, our research regarding with the CSR can broaden up our knowledge and our awareness regarding with how powerful is corporate social responsibility is, and also how we can heighten up and also increase and focusing more our activities relating to CSR and also ESG in every activity and also daily activity of every corporate in Indonesia and also in worldwide nation. So there are five agenda, short agenda regarding we are going to present to our participant here. First, relating with our background. Second is related with our literature, and third is about our research method, and fourth and fifth regarding our results analysis and also our closure. So let's go to our background. Currently, we are knowing also COVID-19 also bring huge impact to the economics and also to the social stability in Indonesia and also into the world. So right now, our data found that COVID-19 is creating a black swan event, also a new and also unexpected event currently in our Indonesia country. We total almost 2 million cases in Indonesia with almost 55,000 death tolls as per 14 June 2021. So to minimize the impact and also control the spreading, our government creating a micro restriction currently is different from a lockdown as we know, starting from April 2020. However, this restriction bring a negative impact to the economics, as also to the social interaction. So at 2020, Indonesia closing the economic growth at minus 3.49% year on year, while in quarter two we are declining almost more than 5%, 5.32% to be actual. And for our information, for all of us, is COVID-19 can also spread to human, aphids or bird, and also to the mammals. And as for ranking, Indonesia currently have in ranking 19 based on the numbers of COVID-19 victims until January 2021. So our breakdown also spreading the impact into the several stakeholders relating to the business, employee, and to the community. To the business, as we know, COVID-19 also impacted very much of the sectors, currently in trade sectors, manufacturing, and also in tourism. Because the decreasing of the purchasing power, getting with the restriction, and also the economic impact as well. There are also numbers of restrictions relating with the Physical Distancing Act. So therefore, this currently bring more huge impact to the industry as well. And for the employee, because the business is also impacted itself, the employee also become the second layer of the impacted stakeholder. So the outbreak causes significant increase of the layoff waves. And as of August 2020, government says that almost 3.05 million people being laid off due to the impact of COVID-19. And how about the community? The community also, referring to the Central Bureau of Statistics in Indonesia survey, currently we are the most significant impact to the community is being present by low-income residents or workers in informal sectors. As you know, they are very unstable. They have very unstable source of income. There's very many factors that can be impact their current business model, so to be said. And based on the background, we are see that the philanthropic movement is also like a CSR in fields such as health, environment, and social currently can be implemented to reduce the burden of society in current situation, both by organization or individual contributors as well. And if we are see also what is the ESG or CSR definition itself, we can see that ESG or CSR is one of the another main indicator for measure the value of organization. Currently, we also have a financial and non-financial aspect to be used as a measurement of organization level. An ESG or CSR activity can be also one of it to identify potential risks and also opportunities to develop from a company. As you can see that the ESG or CSR can be used to measure how ethical, how awareness, and also how compassion the management or we can say the vision of or on in a company. And to be noted, every ESG and CSR activity can be also used to prove or also increase the value of the company itself. So, but what is the challenge that we face currently right now in ESG or CSR activity? And as we know that every philanthropic activity currently is very hard to measure in the financial level. How is the contribution and how is the investment that we made in this kind of activity to be impact to our financial measurement or financial performance? And there is two benefit and challenge that we currently discussing almost in every meeting or every discussion regarding with the ESG and CSR appliance, how it can benefit the company or also the stakeholder, and also what's the main challenge of you want to do or you want to emphasize more about the ESG and CSR activity. So in benefit, we also have three main benefits that we gather from many research or previous research before. One is ESG and CSR have a significant value to reduce cost of capital. And also ESG and CSR activity has benefit in increasing consumer perception. Why? Because the consumer tend to buy our product services from responsible company in order consumer feel contribute to the goals and to the initiative that corporation also act. And third, ESG or CSR activity also have potential to increase organizational internal productivity. This comes from the increasing employee motivation that hence will increase productivity itself and also lead to improvement of organization performance. But we also have two main challenges in ESG CSR activity. One regarding with the pressure and the risk of employee layoff that currently we are facing in COVID-19 situation that create massive downturn in purchasing power and also to the company revenue and performance. Therefore, ESG activity during this condition has become challenging as we are known to how or which one of the activity that we need to focus on, or do we need to rely on this ESG CSR activity or just better to do our main activity as a business as usual. This is our objective. There currently we want to identify what is the activities that conduct before and during activity of the pandemic COVID-19. And so we want to analyze the impact of ESG CSR activity into the company performance that we also measure in three measurement level, which is customer factor, market factor, and also financial factor. Previous research, currently I want to deep in this. We currently have more than 100 of research regarding with the CSR and ESG activity, with many research methods they can be used. But overall, all of the researchers says that ESG and CSR have a significant impact to the company performance, whether it's in the crisis situation or also in normal situation. Our scope of research will emphasize in the listed company in Indonesia, especially in to the 45 listed company that currently listing in Indonesia or in LQ45 indexes. This is the latest at glance. Currently, we are know that ESG is currently started in 1979 by Carroll. That says that concept of CSR or social responsibility of business can become guidance to the business to think about more than just economic, just profit, but also in also the law, the governance, the ethics, and also the information, the openness of information. Moreover, in 1994, John Elkington introduced us into the name of the triple bottom line, which is consists of profit, people, and also the planet. And also for organization performance, there are many of organization performance measurement. But in our research, we are using the Robert Simmons organization performance indicator, which is the definition of the creating value for constituent, especially to determine the achievement of business objective to contain the content and divided into various business units in an organization. The next question is how we can really measure the ESG of CSR activities in order to the score or also the quality, also the impact, etc., etc. Currently, we have many ESG CSR measurement levels. Start from the SRG, and also another ranking or also a rating company in the market. So in this research, we are focusing using CSR Hub data, which is one of the many rating company that are part of non-profit organization. So CSR Hub is using many data providers such as ISS, MSCI, ESG Impact Monitor, Trucost, and also Vigeo Iris. CSR Hub have four main measurement level for ESG activity, which is community and employee for social aspect. Also, we have environment also, and of course, governance. In context of it, in emphasis of it, there is a 12 subcategories. There are this, I will say, the detailing of the four main categories that we are measuring before. So this is the tools that we use. This is our startup data. And for organic performance measurement, we also have three parts of progressive constituent we currently measure for the organization performance. One is the customer product markets. second about factor markets, and third about the financial market itself. What is the details of the three constituent perspective itself? So for customer market, currently we are focusing on how good the retention of buyer or customer to repurchase the product itself. The indicator can be measured by two financial aspects. One is revenue, second is about the gross profit margin. And second about the factor market. Factor market we have also two main of measurement. One is EBIT, which is the indicator of how profitability is the company itself, referred as operating earnings or operating profit before the interest and taxes. So the payable outstanding, because as we know, in this supply chain or also in business process requirement, we are know that the payable outstanding is how indicate how well the company is managing the accounts payable, especially to the supplier, also to the third-party vendor. And the payable outstanding sometimes can be used as tools of measurement to know how well is they can manage the supplier as also the account payable itself. And third, a financial market. Financial, we have three main indicators. Which one is net profit. Second is one is ROIC. Third one is market capitalization. So using case study research containing all of the resource of data. Currently we have 7 resource of data. Our focus of research will be in 45 total of the constituents. This is our research model. Currently we are want to know more about how ESG as CSR activities. There's emphasis of the 4 main area of or indicator into the organization performance itself. Currently we are emphasis into 3 main measurement level based on the constituent itself. So the result is we currently have or receive 28 fulfill condition of company that publish and have audited financial reports as of 2020 until 2020 for 2018, and has also a rating of CSR of ESG activities to be included in analysis. So from 45 population, we are reduced about 17 company due to they have not been published their financial report. Also, because they have no ESG or ESR sustainability report to be measured. This is our statistic of the variable, and also our statistic of reflective variable. So as we can see, the average growth of ESG or CSR activity most likely is reducing due to COVID-19. But one particular that we can see is outstanding is in governance level, which, as we can know, that COVID-19 is a corporate awareness due to the importance of how we can maintain corporate governance, especially in maintaining security, performance, health, and also activities of the work. Given that COVID-19 also has significant impact to the operational activity, that impacts to make the company to rethink how we can still effective, still productive in this era of distress or also unlikely situation. And for the performance, as we can see that COVID-19 also still creating a growth if we are comparing to the pre-COVID era, 2018 and 2019. And the most we can see is that the factor market and financial market is still growing by average in this 28 of responding. Only in revenue and also in gross profit margin that currently we are facing declining. This is the SGO's CSR performance scores. Currently, by average, there are 8 sectors that we currently research in LQ45 indexes. And from before and also after or during COVID-19 era, we can see that every sectors or every industry is having reducing their ESG or CSR activities by efforts. And this is our model that we are currently going to test. This is our model fit, and currently all of the indicator and also quality indices show that every our aspect is acceptable or between acceptable area. And this is our model testing. This is the impact of ESG CSR activities before COVID-19. So using SAM or PLS structure equation model, PLS with PLS 7.0 application, we found that before the COVID-19, the concern of the environment was able to create a huge positive influence to the company or business itself, measured by EBIT growth and also the financial market, which is net profit and also ROIC and performance and other market capitalization. You can see that ESG and CSR activity have positive impact to the company, while also followed by ESG CSR in government aspect. So from 12 indicator or 12 path that we currently tested, we only found that only 3 have most significant impact to the company performance, which is in environment factors and also in governance factor. There are community and employee that have less or not significant impact to the company. So this is because that our analysis suggests that community or employee activity is maybe the less focus to the company in conducting ESG or CSR activities. They thought that because the business is running as usual, there are no main problem on so on at that. They think that community and employee should be or not become the main factor of focus in ESG or CSR activities. And this is and the result of our research before the COVID era suggests that in the non-pandemic situation or in the normal situation, we can say that environment factors, it is global warming, also climate change, rise of the sea level, and also the flora and fauna this diversity is become the main concern that should be emphasized and also should be the main focus to the company. Because from our research, this main factor or this environment factor become the one that can potentially increase the organization performance if they can successfully organize and also successfully creating the activities that have awareness and also have compassion to the environment itself. There are 2 other research, previous research, and currently we are see, which is Henkel and also Pedersen. Both of its research suggest that the level of concern to the environment tend to be attracted more investors, resulting in low share price and also high cost of capital from companies. And from Pedersen, we also can see that there are 3 types of investors, namely those of the have a desire or have the desire to invest in green company, as well as those who really don't bother with a green company or brown company. Furthermore, Pedersen found that investors who do not care about the categorization itself have a higher cost of capital of the company itself. And from during COVID-19 era, you can notice that there are also a few indicators or few ASG activity that currently have impact to the performance of the organization. One is regarding the ESG in community activity. And second is still about the governance itself. So there is a change, slightly change with the environment aspect. Currently, if you can see that yes, the environment aspects still have impact to the organization performance, but there are newcomers or new aspect of ESG, which is community and employee, and also the governance itself that currently have bigger or also increasing value of the impact itself. So we can see the community and employee have less significant value in or before COVID-19 era, but right now COVID-19 era, because almost every aspect of the community, almost every aspect of employee uh, have the bitterness of the COVID-19. We are consider that the community and employee need to be the subject or need to be the object of the company to conduct the ESG activities. Uh, how we can conduct the ESG to the community or employee? One of the simple things to do is how we can giving them relaxation, also giving the chance to working from home, make them to concern about their family as well, and also not only still giving them chance to work contribute to the organization, but also more likely is how we as an organization can to giving them more flexibility to also maintain and manage their own family and also main stress itself regarding with this condition. So our research resulting that while the previous ESG CSR is emphasized more in environment and governance itself, there is slightly changes or changes in the ESG CSR factors that uh, limiting the numbers of performance that we can emphasize more to the organization performance. One, due to the change in operator, also limiting numbers of employee in one room because physical um, physical distancing act. We need to know that how we can giving them or we can govern the, the policy and also working process in the company to both granting them access to the data to still have productivity while they are maintaining their own problem in home, also to both to their family, etc. But also how we can still creating the mechanism to do the job, how we can create mechanism to do overflow, and also giving the corresponding method between the employee and also the management to creating better decision making. Therefore, the company itself still can be surviving this current situation, but also the employee itself has a chance to still contribute to the company or to the organization that giving them quote unquote life to the company or to the family. And there are another previous research by Fatemi and also all of the Berkeley relating with the HHSR that uh, they know that positive impact can be bring by conducting HHSR activities. That after all, consumers tend to buy product or services that after all, consumers tend to buy products or services from companies that have better reputation in concerning from the environment, community, and also the employee itself, because they feel sensible, they feel the company that have that kind of awareness and also kind of compassion and can bring more positive value either as the product or also as the value of the company bring itself. That is my final conclusion. There are few 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 things that we want to emphasize more in this COVID-19 era. So before COVID, as we know that environment bring more ESG in environment factor bring more influence, also bring more positive impact to the company performance. But as we know that during COVID, still the application of the work from home era, as well the alternating entry methods for limiting numbers of employee, that may creating a new stress to the employee and also to the community. So by this by this condition, we know that we need to, as a company, to prepare more as our governance. As the McKinsey said, that our 10 years of transformation now is reducing into the almost 6 months, or also 1 year of time, right? Timeline per year. This is maybe bring more stress to the people, but also bring more our opportunity to look further, letting how we can still manage our performance while we still have that sense of compassion, uh, that sense of uh, the sense of vulnerability, and also sense of caring to our stakeholder, our community, our customer, our employee, and also especially our planet. So thank you for the attention from me and also from Eka Priyanas. Hopefully, this research can bring more value to the organization and also to the development of our work, especially in ESG and CSR activity. Thank you.